couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Power football with the run. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You're the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. Got his man on the right. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and it's sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Comes out throwing on 1st down. He's going up top. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Offense working from the pistol. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They're working that left side. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll just keep slinging it. Starting to feel a little pressure. He makes a catch. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the 1st down.
Handoff to the single back. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Dances away from the heat. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz him? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Getting some heat. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Smashes through. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Canes! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. The opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the offense on 1st down. The give to the back. Running with power. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll go to the ground. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Got his man in the middle. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. That Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you're playing a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
To the air on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Running back searching for a hole. Got room at the 35. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, making a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. Defense will always trying to get some tips, break on the football, get a tip, get it up in the air. Nice job by the player breaking on the football and forcing the incompletion.
They went up top on 2nd and short. Surely they stick to the ground here on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. They want to run this quarterback. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide out in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Irish!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They get to him as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Canes decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
A 1st down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. throws to the back. Quick strike complete. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Fast motion from the offense. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Safe completion on the screen. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down for the 16. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. And the ball is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the move from inside his 5. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Notre Dame 21, Miami 7.
And the Canes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And your Notre Dame Fighting Irish will take over 1st and
10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They'll open the second half with a run. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man to the left. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The back goes in motion. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Steps away. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburner's coming. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
He does a really good job dropping back to pass, and he wanted to pass it. Man, so dynamic. Sees an opening, takes off, makes a huge play. And if you think the crowd was excited before that, now they're really lit.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. USC put together a breathtaking performance inside the Coliseum. And how do you not liken it to the way Leinart and Bush and Lendale White and Dwayne Jarrett used to just annihilate teams? A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game. He's off to the races. He's at the 40. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Irish. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last pick pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They're going to ride this running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. Got a man, it's Johnson. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
Hey, you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend it. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Dumps it to the back. Caught close to the marker, it's Johnson. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Notre Dame 35, Miami 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And the Hurricanes are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And wings it incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A fourth-quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. Doesn't do much to change the looks. Got to score the touchdown on 4th and goal. Wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. And the pass hits. Picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores, and